So, this is what I get up to on my day off. Let's go through it. We've got a couple of things to do today. Now, the first thing is we've got to pick up some groceries from the store. So let's go do that. And we're not going to be doing it the typical way, okay? We are going to just pick it up because we've already ordered it, we've already paid for it. We're just going to drive in and they're going to deliver it to my car. How good's that? So that'll be nice, actually. It's kind of annoying. I really don't like grocery shopping. The fact of going like up and down different aisles, figuring out what to buy, always like buy something that I don't need, and I always don't buy something that I definitely do need, either because it's out of stock or because I can't find it or because I just forget. And I really don't like the whole process of it, and then lining up and then paying for it and then all this stuff. I just want to pick what I want on the computer and then either someone deliver it to me or I just rock up and then they bring it to my car. And I think that's the best way to do it. So yeah, I just can't be bothered like, walking around. I walk around aimlessly and like forget honestly 20-30% of what I actually came there to get in the first place. So yeah, whatever. But we need to pick up another bit of furniture as well. So that's the other thing I'm going to get sorted, which would be nice. We've got a little bookshelf that we need because we've moved around some furniture. I used to have my TV on that side, but now I moved it to the back wall and I've got this empty spot which I'm going to fill up with a book plant, a bookshelf, and then it's got like some nice little spots in it for some plants and some other stuff that I can fill it up with. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I mean, we've got to take out the rubbish as well, so we may as well do that. We've got this tiny little bin here which we're actually going to move around. We're trying to get it so it's not sitting here, it's in the cupboard, but currently a bit too small for that. So we've got to make do with what we have right now. Just done a big clear out, so you forget how much stuff you actually just accumulate. Jeez, all that stuff stinks. Alright, let's take this trash out. And let's go to the groceries and then pick up my little bookshelf as well. That'll be nice. It's kind of interesting when people are allocated a day off in medicine. There seems to be like this weird thing sometimes when you become so like engulfed in work that on your day off you don't know what to do, or you either are a complete zombie and you just have to do absolutely nothing because you need to recover, or you have this overwhelming sense, and maybe as well as you might have this overwhelming sense that you need to do other things to better yourself or improve yourself in your career. Oh, should probably let them know that I'm coming to pick up my groceries so they have it all ready for me. Maybe they can like telepathically know that I'm on my way, like I'll be there soon. So yeah, but I think, it's interesting. Like some people don't know how to switch off, which is a big problem in medicine, but also like other fields. Whenever you're so busy all the time, there's so much to do, there's a massive to-do list, and you're trying to cram in as much time as possible. You need to be able to know how to rest and how to relax, because if you don't, then you will burn out and it takes a longer time to recover. So, people are often like, so hyper obsessed about being really productive and not taking time off or making the most of every single moment in the day. And sure, like that's good to an extent, but my whole thing is like longevity. You don't want to just like spend your whole time like cramming everything in, trying to do as much as you can if it comes at the cost of like other things in your life that you enjoy. And I think that's a really big thing for me. Like I want to do stuff, or like I want to work hard and, you know, do these things and, you know, do medicine or whatever, or become like, go down this surgical training pathway because I want to do that. And I'm happy to dedicate time to it and spend, you know, money on it and invest in it because that's what I'm interested in and that's what I want to do. But in the same token, like, you don't want to just do that. Like, I have other things what I want to do. Like, I want to do filming and like editing, and I want to catch up with friends and play sport and play video games and travel and do all these different things. So if I'm not able to do that, then that's a real negative for me. So if working means that, like, working so hard that I can't do all those other things, or I'm too tired or burnt out to do those other things, then that's an imbalance and that needs to change. So I think knowing when to rest and when to taking things a bit easier or a bit slower, that's really important because it actually contributes to your whole longevity and enjoyment of everything. So you don't really want to grind yourself into the ground so that you can't you can no longer do other things that you want to do in life. Alright, this person's just walking in the space where I'm driving. Amazing. Just like walking right at me. And I was like, bro, you're not a car. And also, we're going straight. We're not going backwards. Pick up. Let's see. Are we over here? Cool. Alright, looks like we're in one of the spots over there. And then I just tap on here. And then they come and bring it to me. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't want to just completely grind yourself into the ground and not be like, you know, able to do other things or enjoy what you do and feel like this overwhelming sense you need to just work and not take a break. It's not fun that way. So yeah, just take it easy. I would focus on longevity more so than other things. Oh, cool. So they just wheel it on out to you. That was pretty cool. Like, you literally just walked up, said, hey, this is my name, and we're here to pick up some groceries. How good's that? Only half of the groceries were already packed. So they actually just delivered in these, like, just brought it out in these, like, green tubs. And then often there was just, like, a lot of, like, single items. So you had to pack it yourself. Didn't like that. I thought they were going to, like, just put the groceries in the boot. And I didn't have to lift it. I just had to pop the trunk. And then they pop the trunk. What? I don't say that ever. Yeah, I just thought I had to, like, you know, open the boot. That sounds so much easier. I mean, pop the trunk. Who am I kidding myself? I did not sound like that. Out of 10, probably an 8. That was pretty easy. Like, the amount of time I would have saved just, you know, not going through the aisles. It's pretty nice. All right, let's go pick up this bookshelf. But yeah, I think the whole thing, having a day off, relaxing, making your longevity like actually a priority, is super, super important. Like, and then not comparing yourself to other people as well. I mean, the whole thing about, you know, what are you doing? What are you up to? How many things have you accomplished by this time? You're at this stage of your career. Well, I'm the same age as you. I should be the same, if not more ahead than you. And I don't know, just do your own thing. Put on your own oxygen mask first. Really make it about yourself rather than about other people. And it doesn't really need to be a competition in the sense that whatever someone else is doing, that's great. Why don't you learn from them? Collaborate with them. Don't be jealous or want to bring them down in any way, shape or form. I think that's a real con. I need money out of the ATM, so I should find an ATM somewhere because I need to pay cash for this bookshelf. But yeah, I think like on my days off, like the main things I like doing is stuff that doesn't involve time pressure, stress. It's just like completely focused on, you know, relaxation, enjoyment, and doing stuff that I want to do, seeing the people I want to see who I don't usually get to see, and doing activities that I don't usually get to do that might take up a bit longer. You know, you might catch up with friends, you might play some sport, I might, you know, play with some cameras or whatever, and I might go for a walk or drive or do some shopping, or even just boring stuff like catching up on like some admin and everything. I try to like to do all the study and everything in the work week, because that's like you associate it with work. If you're studying on like days off and everything, you do have to sometimes. It's not like you have the luxury all the time of studying, you know, during Monday to Friday and not studying on the weekends. If you have pressure and not a lot of time, then you actually have to study on the days where you'd like to do other stuff. But especially with the upcoming exams or whatnot. Yeah, go down this way then. See if we can find an ATM. That would be handy.
Hey there, what can I for you today?
Hi, can I get a small latte? And can I get cash out as well?
Small latte, yeah, cash up, okay.
Yeah.
Small latte, full cream?
Yeah, full cream, that's fine.
Is that anything else for today?
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good.
Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers. Make your own ATM, am I right? Hey, I just wanted to get $40 cash out. Actually, sorry, I need 60 actually, yeah, 60, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Perfect.
I can give you a...
Yeah, 50 and 10's fine, yeah. Amazing, thanks very much, cheers. You too. Thanks very much, cheers, you too. Alright, now to find this bookshelf. I think it was down this way. I think the other interesting thing, what I've noticed this year, and especially towards the later part of the year where I've been trying to transition more into a senior role, is you have much more interactions with the senior doctors, like the consultants, and it's kind of a nice way to level up as a doctor or make yourself feel like you're more senior and you're getting better and you're progressing higher in your career. It's kind of a nice feeling. I'm going to put on some maps because I've got no idea where I'm going. I'm just driving pointlessly. Well, we're only 10 minutes away, which is good. I mean, I thought we'd be further away. I was just driving for a while trying to find a random ATM. Ended up finding a Macca's, getting a coffee and some cash out of it. So I'm pretty sure I got the right amount out. Otherwise we'll just make it up, I suppose. Just give them some change, give them a tip, you know. They're supplying. I really hope this bookshelf fits in my car. That's the one thing I didn't measure. I sort of guessed that it would fit. This seems like a rate limiting step. You'd think. We're gonna make it work one way or another. And if we have to drive with a bookshelf, you know, out of our car, then so be it. Yeah, you interact with like more senior doctors, and when you interact with them, I feel like you level up automatically. Like talking to your friends and doctors who are at the same level or more junior, I think by default you just take a more relaxed approach. But you know, having to present to senior doctors, to operate with them, to, you know, encounter and manage difficult patients with interesting medical conditions or complex conditions forces you to be more professional, more senior, and better at your job. And I think that's a really interesting way in which you transition as a junior doctor to a slightly more senior doctor, and then you get into senior doctor status eventually after doing it for years and years and years. And I'm sort of enjoying that process at this stage. It's not like saying at all that I'm there completely or I have, completed junior doctor status. I mean, you are very much a junior doctor until you become, a consultant and a training, and you finished your training program. So there is so much to learn, and even once you've completed it, there is so much more to learn after that. So ignoring that, or like skipping any steps along the way, or thinking that you're above something or that you've understood something completely, just goes to show how little you understand about medicine, because there's so many like nuances and different things that eventually pop up, and different patients present in different ways and with different severities or levels of certain conditions. So you might see 100 patients and they present in 50 different ways for the same medical condition, and that's just what it is, because like medicine is treating like abnormalities and managing medical conditions for different people, and everyone has their own unique way of viewing their own symptoms, because what's difficult for someone or what's painful for someone might not be the same level of severity for another person, and that's just the way like the human body works, which is pretty interesting once you get your head around it. But I've been trying to organise my year for next year, planning out the courses I'm going to go to, the conferences I want to go to, and what exams and everything I'm going to do. And it's been nice. They've actually been pretty accommodating, the hospital that I'm about to head to. They said, yeah, you can have your leave whenever you want to have it. If you want conference leave, exam leave, they're all pretty like understanding and lenient. So hopefully in the middle of the year we have some time off, which will be good. Turn that windscreen wiper off, that's outrageously loud. And we get to do a bit of travel. I think that's the best part of going into training and doing more things, studying, learning more, and advancing in your career, is that you get to do it with people that you get on with and you become friends with and you actually enjoy hanging out with, and the whole thing is a bit of fun. It's not just work, you're actually hanging out and doing stuff with people that you enjoy and you get on with. And I think that's part of the parcel as well, is you got to find an area that you actually enjoy. All right, we're nearly at our bookshelf destination. Hopefully it all goes swimmingly, and yeah, we're home soon with a little bookshelf. That'd be nice. Let's not run over this cyclist. Okay, it is that we got this. Look at this little piece. How cool is that? Nice little old school bookshelf. A little bit dusty. We'll need to clean it up a little bit, give it a bit of a wipe down. But all in all, I really like it. I like how it's like it doesn't have a back to it, so it gives you a bit more like sense of space. But that will go. So rug, go next to my little cabinet there, and then we can hopefully have some little plants that go on it. Now it probably won't take up all the space, but there's a little bit. Be right there, I reckon. So yeah, we'll do that, which will be fun, and all these groceries to unpack. So yeah, let's do it. So we've got a few different things. Some tea, some more tea, some pasta. I swear they gave me like 3 toothpastes. I only asked for 2, but whatever. I don't know if they just forgot, or maybe I just clicked 3 toothpastes on there. Heaps of stuff. And I got these little hooks which will actually go on the side of my door to fix like where I want the bin. So hopefully that gives it like a bit more space, and I don't have like the bin like in the open, like having it like underneath the sink. I think it's better that way. I've got some frozen meals for when I cannot be bothered cooking. And yeah, some stuff with some fried rice and everything. I'm probably just gonna do a little bit of study as well, which would be nice. So, as I said, need to study for that exam. I know I don't really want to study on weekends, but I've been really busy during the week. So we might just crack out a couple hours, put on the kettle, make a little cuppa, and like just ease into it. My plants are actually growing as well. Check this out. I've put these in recently. I can't remember if it's basil or spring onion, but you can see here, they've just started to sprout. So hopefully these all flourish, and then I can have some stuff, whatever it is. I actually cannot remember what I planted. I put some seeds in there, I put some water on it, and then I put it next to the sunlight, which is all I know about gardening or herb growing or whatever it is that I call that. I don't think I'd call myself a gardener at all, but yeah. All right, let's put this stuff away and then let's go put the kettle on. So I finally unpacked everything, and I got cracking on this little, hooks that I put the bin on the door. So I was trying to read the instructions just then, and then decided to give the door a little clean. I was doing some like proper measurements and everything. I was so off with these measurements. Like, I don't know what I was doing, but I had like a little marker, and I was trying to like mark it on the door so I would get the measurements right. And I don't know, I felt like real like tradie-esque, but the amount of times I was off with these measurements was like ridiculous. So anyways, I was just playing around with those for a fair bit. So that was fun. But I guess one of the other things I wanted to touch on was like, when you feel like you're so like worn out, I mean, there's always an option of not working full time. And I know a couple of people who do this. Like you can actually have a part-time contract or job share with people. Part-time obviously means, oh yeah, here we go, bin's just like not working. I don't know why I thought I'd, put the bin on with one hook. That was a stupid idea. But job sharing means like, you do a full-time contract, but you split it between two people, and it might be, I do the first 6 months of the year and then I take the second 6 months off, but the other person who I'm sharing it with takes the first 6 months off, but then they do the rest of the year for the 6 months when I'm on leave. And you're essentially just getting like a 2-for-1, but you're still filling that same role as a full-timer would, but there's just two people because they split it halfway. So yeah, you can do that, and like that's another way of taking a little bit of time off. Or you could just do a full year of a part-time contract where you're not working that full 38 hours per week, 76 hours per fortnight sort of deal. The other option that a lot of people like to explore after the first years of working as a junior doctor is this idea of locuming. And I mean, if you haven't heard of locuming before, or you've sort of wondering like, would this be a good fit for me or whatnot? I mean, talk to a lot of people who have done locuming, when they've done it, how they've managed to do it, and it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of different stories out there. And I mean, I have never locumed, but I'm going to do a few episodes in the future talking with a lot of people who have done locuming. And it's a really good way of, giving some diversity, some interruption to that normal, oh yeah, look, I made the bin work. I think it falls off a bit later. I'm not too sure, but I mean, currently those hooks didn't work. So like, anyways, I'm feeling like super tradey, super like DIY today. So I was just like, cleaning bookshelves and like fixing that all up. But let's get back to that locumming thing, because it's actually a pretty good option if you're not too sure about what direction maybe you want to head in, or maybe you're getting a bit worn out with the medical system and you're not feeling like you want to do another full-time job for the whole year. Maybe you want to do some traveling, maybe you want to do some research or something, and yeah, locumming gives you that flexibility, I think, because the idea of locumming is that you go to different places around the country. So, there's people who go up to North Queensland, they might go down to Tassie, they might go over to Perth or WA or, even Adelaide or something. Or maybe it's just like a country hospital in the state that you're in. And, like you just go there for a short period of time. It might be 2 weeks, it might be a month, 6 weeks. And a lot of these locum agencies actually sort it out pretty well, because you're not too concerned about everything. They sort out all the travel, they sort out all the accommodation most of the time. You get really good rates of pay, so you're not working for nothing. A lot of these times, some of the hourly rates are almost triple, if not quadruple, your normally hourly rates with a full-time job. Obviously, the downside is that you don't have that continuity and there's just short-term contracts available. But if you are looking to diversify your work life, then I don't know what I was doing here. All that basil that it's turned into. And I wanted to show off all the bins and stuff that I've got. Obviously, I'm not using these hooks, but yeah. Look, locumming's very diverse. You can definitely do something and have a break from the normal full-time job. But yeah. Anyways, we'll talk more about that later. Bye.